on that finish. Nico Long was setting fast laps all through practice on Monday and stuff. So who is it going to be with that Stasic cycle hole shot?
Well, it looked like a 41.
Nolan.
Yeah, 41 out of Cream Ridge, New Jersey. Nolan on a Inglewoz Motorsports Roosters Garage and Mom and Dad backed ride.
I wonder if that's the Inglewood's Demolition guys. Met them down in Daytona. A bunch of great people, really fine family. Oh yeah, out of New Jersey. I'll bet that's them. Yep, for sure. So a great start for him.
Kyle Sand, Nico Long, Zebediah Brimhall, Chase Gunderson, Brody Bumisti, Ryan Cook, Alex O'Rourke, Alex Skies, also River Key, all part of that top 10 as they rounded that first turn there in the first lap of racing. As we rolled into next, I believe, looking for the 10 Commandments. No, we're way past 10 Commandments, aren't we?
Headed back into the forest. Going to work back into Waterworks here in just a second. A couple riders clear off the track right there. Here we go to the left, back around. A couple riders blowing out that huge rut down on the inside down there. A couple guys getting backed up. One rider down now through all that carnage. Surprised only one rider on the deck after that. Leaders now round through the beach. Looks like that is still Brandon Nolan on that Enkelwitz Motorsports machine, 31. Up and over the tabletop in the middle of the field now, around the Polyport Pond for the first time. Just about to complete lap number 1 down into the Bermuda Triangle, that nasty left-hander. Right now, outside line seems to be the preferred line. The inside just totally chewed up. And here we go, crossing the line. It is Nico Long, as they said. Nico making that move early on the first lap, putting himself in good position.
Well, Megawatts, like you said, you know, he was turning those fast lap times in practice on Monday. Obviously, he kind of put the bullseye on his back right off the bat there. Got on your radar, obviously, and he goes out here and he nails down a Moto 1 win. So at this point, he better be good and he better remain good.
Yeah, it looked like he was third or fourth or so off the start. As you and I kind of lost him into the forest there, we were looking at the the whole shot lineup is what we were looking at. And Nico making a move somewhere around Waterworks, and that left-hander put himself into the lead early and needs to set out after it right now.
Right now, our leaders making their way out of the 10 Commandments. Long, Bowmeister, also Montgomery, Sand, they're all there. All trying to make things happen. Riders that will be watching for to work up through the pack and wondering where may be the 19 of Mitchell Pratt right now, who finished in the number 2 position, is all the way back in 22nd place here in Moto number 2 to kick things off. So that's not a great place for him to be. The 28 of Alex O'Rourke also looks like he may have gotten off to a rough start as far as things are looking out there. And as I scan the results, I don't even know if I see the 28. We've got 41 riders coming through, and the possibility looms that maybe that 42nd rider might have been Alex O'Rourke, and we haven't seen him come through yet.
Have not seen him pop up, that's for sure.
All right, so wow, so big changes going on there. But it does make things a little easier for Nico Long now up front, so he's got a little buffer room here if he's one of the top riders that stays consistent out here in this 250C limited class. But again, remember, that's one of the things that we talked about, the consistent inconsistencies of the novice classes here at Loretta Lynn's. But you know, they may be proving us a little wrong here this week.
Yeah, we take a look at Brody Baumeister, 21st in that first moto, running up there in the second position right now on an absolute mission. We're talking about the number 17 machine, and great start this time around.
Brandon Hinderberger out of Duncansville, Pennsylvania, finished 35th in Moto number 1. He opened up in a third place position, and that's after 2 laps of racing complete there as well for him. The 35 machine, he took 10th. He's currently running in that number 4 spot, so honestly, this is good news for him with those riders having problems from the top finishers from the first moto, the riders that are ahead of him having problems in moto number 1. It puts him in a pretty good position, especially if something goes awry for Nico Long, the 31 machine out front in this one.
Yeah, and when you're talking those kind of numbers, Chase Gunderson not out of this thing. He's running in the 5th place. Yeah, he got a 9th in moto 1, but as scrambled as this thing is right now, work up a couple more positions, keep that score down as low as possible, not out of this thing with another moto to go.
Well, as we look at the standings right now, Tyler Montgomery trying to work up through the pack a little bit. He's in that 4th place position, actually hindered by Hinderbitten actually making the pass, it looks like, in the 3rd, so Montgomery drops off a spot there. Chase Gunderson remains steady in 5th place position, so we'll keep an eye on this 3rd lap of racing that is underway right now as we speak.
Coming up on 9 minutes right now, Rodney. This one, of course, 15 minutes. And already in, let's see here, 2 laps in the books. Coming up on our 3rd lap as leaders make their way around the beach. Going to head back down into the infamous Bermuda Triangle.
Wow, look at this. Brody Bowmeister has reeled in a little more Nico Long. I mean, he's still a few bike lengths back. I know they're about 1.4 seconds apart at the end of lap 2, and may not be much different here at the end of lap 3. Just a little over a second, so about 0.3 of a second shaved off that gap between Long and Bowmeister. But again, we're early in this one. We still have 8.5 minutes to go, and it almost looks like Bowmeister might be just back there actually stalking his prey, not really ready to show his cards and pounce just yet.
I was going to say it looks like he's actually warming up.
Yeah.
It looks like he's getting up to speed here on lap. And look at this. Starts to close the gap, holds it on just a little bit longer. He is definitely on the move, Rodney, the number 17 machine.
Heading into the Cometic Bowl turn, we're about to see a race shape up possibly as we work our way toward the Storyland area. Now this, I love, a lot of people say, the inside line. We heard them talking, Jordan Jarvis saying the inside line this morning, but I watch a lot of people go on the outside. For some reason, that outside line, if things are positioned right and go right afterwards, it's a great way to start setting up a pass for by the time you reach Storyland.
Listen, the greatest will tell you that pass is set up 2 corners before, before the move's going to be made. Right now, those insides are so chewed up, Rodney, you have to search those fringes right now. That's going to be your best chance of finding the smoothest line.
Well, the battle we're watching on screen right now, Nico Long, your Moto 1 winner, and Brody Bowmeister in the number 2 spot on that 17 machine.
Bowmeister making the move.
Bowmeister,
there it is, new leader.
Wow, 21.
Oh, no.
Maybe not. He gets in that soft stuff on the inside, can't get the drive, but maybe he has. He's got the outside line coming into now the heart of the racetrack, and he does have the momentum as he jumps in and has now established himself solidly as your new leader aboard the number 17. He finished 21st in Moto number 1.
How about this for a comeback statement? We called it. We saw the lap times. We knew he was on the charge. We saw him making passes. Within 2 laps of that observation, here he is out front and starting to pull away.
As they check in with 4 laps complete and 6.5 minutes of racing left to go, Brody Bowmeister taking the lead on lap 4 here, and Nico Long now dropping to the number 2 spot. A 2:13 lap time is his fastest lap of the moto, but last time around was a 2:13 and our 2:10 and a half was his fastest. 2:13 and a half was his last lap. That allowed Brody Bowmeister to make that pass, charging hard, posting up a 2-minute and 10-second lap himself, nearly 3 seconds faster than Long. Braden Hinderbitten is back there in the number 3 spot. Chase Gunderson in 4th. Devin Eaton, the 33, in 5th. Ezra Beckett is 6th. J.J. Concannon in the number 7 spot. Tyler Montgomery, the 35, now back in the number 8 spot. There is Gabe Holland, the 91 machine, KTM rider, in 9th. He finished 4th in Moto 1, but with the way things are going right now, that might position him a little better than what he may even realize at this particular moment. So every position gained right now is certainly going to bode well toward this championship.
Look at the number 17 continuing to pull away, man. Absolutely on a mission. He is motivated after that first Moto 22nd. Don't know if it was a start or crash. Of course, unfortunately, we don't have that information. but knew he was putting in good laps. Watched him earlier in the week, and I got to tell you right now, if we talk about a statement ride, this is the example of it right here.
Yeah, whatever went down in Moto number 1, certainly he's got a chip on his shoulder, at least seems to be riding with a chip on his shoulder right now, just to prove a point. Not necessarily to his competitors, but I think to himself and to those who stand behind him, knowing that, hey, things just didn't go the right way. This is Loretta Lynn's, and again, we made those statements, about gate choices, and who knows what gate choice he had. Maybe it was maybe it's a good pick, maybe it's a bad pick, but evidently, 21st place position, something didn't work out well for him in that first moto, but now it most certainly is, as Brody Bouwmeester works his way around for now lap number 5 complete, in the lead and seemingly stretching that lead out over the 31 of Nico Long now. A 2:14. Wow, Bouwmeester slowing way down there. And Nico Long also in that 2:14 range, still remains at 2.4 seconds now behind, so the gap has opened up just a little more.
Yeah, I saw Bouwmeester make a big mistake back there coming out of the 10 Commandments. That corner is just so rutted. I don't even know where you're going to find a smooth line. He actually dog paddled. If both legs are off the pegs, you lost time, Rodney.
Yeah, that's it. You got to have that weight down on the pegs and get that traction. And as we check back a little further, Ezra Beckett now in 4th, Evan Eaton in 5th, J.J. Concannon 6th, Chase Gunderson now 7th. I think he's dropped a spot or two there. Tyler Montgomery in 8th, and no change for Gabe Holland as he's still steady in the number 9 spot. Chase Canonzaro rounds out your top 10.
Did we just see a pass? Watching this battle, we did. Absolutely, yeah. I thought so. The actual KTM of Long is black. I wasn't sure exactly what we were seeing where we were looking at lappers, but I knew that was Bouwmeester, yeah. Absolutely. Again, he drug those feet again, Rodney, in 2 corners. Both of those feet come off the pegs. So costly. Long actually cruised past him around the outside.
Wow, great. You almost have to say patience by Nico Long, just laying back there and letting Brody Bouwmeester do his own duty and basically open the door and invite that second place back to the number 1 spot. So Nico Long back out front in this one.
Well, here comes Bouwmeester again, back to the party one more time. He gave up a bunch of spots there in that half a lap.
Maybe he's just trying to make it interesting.
No, I don't think that was a James Stewart move right there by any chance. Slowing down and so, I'll pass you again. I'll slow down and pass you 3 times in the same moto.
Let's have some fun during the moto too.
Down to 2 laps here, I believe, or 5 minutes should be, 2 minutes should be seeing that 2-lap board. Excuse me.
Braden Hinder Benger out of Roundhouse on a Roundhouse Power Sports backed ride, backed by PR2 suspension. Great ride for that rider as he's back in the number 2 spot behind the 31 of Scottsdale, Arizona's Nico Long, AEO Power Sports, Swiss X, and Answer Racing. White flag is out in this one, so we are less than a lap away. Time clock says about 1 minute and 24 seconds, so that should be putting us with checker flags right around the 0 marks there on the clock. And Jason Wygant makes his way down to the podium. He is ready to interview our Moto 2 winner, the 31 of Nico Long. And that'll be his 2nd Moto win consecutive in the class. So 250C Limited is going to have to go through him to win the championship. Brody Bouwmeester, though, I mean, this is the story of the moto as far as I'm concerned. At least so far, race 21st place position in the first moto, come back to battle for the lead and actually lead for a little while here in moto number 2. And if you can maintain it, hold on for a 2nd place position. There's your leader making its way in and toward the heart of this Loretta Lynn race course here. Over the fadeaway into the big Thor sweeper around Poly Sport Pond. And into that Bermuda Triangle, the final turn and the final drive home for a second consecutive Moto win for Nico Long, as he takes the checkers, and a 1-1 now in this 250C limited class. Brody Bouwmeester will finish up in the number 2 position, about 8.9 seconds back. Braden Hinderbinger in the number 3 spot aboard the 42. Then Ezra Beckett, JJ Concannon. Ezra moving into the number 4 spot is Concannon. Beckett dropping back to 5th. The Gabe Holland up to 6th in this one, matching nearly his first Moto score there. Devin Eden in 7th, Tyler Montgomery 8th, Chase Gunderson in 9th, and Mitchell Pratt, who finished 2nd in Moto number 1, opened up in 22nd place on lap number 1, is now looking at a top 10 finish here on board the number 19 as we head down to the podium with Jason Wygant.
Thanks, Rodney. And Nico Long knew exactly what to do. Sometimes in the C class, it's the first experience, often at Loretta's for these riders. They're confused. They don't know to ride the bike or not. Up to the podium. Nico Long knows the drill by now. He's up there. He's rested. He's ready. He looks fresh enough. Could have been a 20-minute moto. He would have been fine. He's already got the gold, too. Let's hear it for Nico Long. Honestly, it doesn't look like you worked hard enough. I don't even see enough sweat on you. Did it feel worse than it looks?
Felt a lot worse. I'm so hot.
Yeah. And the track, I'm going to guess, is not like any other one out there.
Not like anything else, no.
Take me through your moto, Nico. How'd you get it done?
I got off to a good start. It got into the lean on the first lap, and they got past like halfway through. And then the 2 laps, the guard came up, and I just made the push to pass her first and then rode the rest way home.
How do you fit all that hair under that helmet, brother? Does it just pop right back out?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't even know.
Wow. Yeah, it's like defying the laws of physics. Who do you want to thank, Nico?
I want to thank my mom, dad, sister, AEO, Answer, Justin Bucklew, 100%, Twin Air, and everyone else. Thank you.
Nico Long taking the win. All right, good job there. You can go cool off. We'll leave the bike here for a minute. We'll eventually get the AMA people up. They will check the frame numbers, and everybody else is over in the impound area. We're going to bring Brody on up, our second place finisher. Wow, these people don't even realize the level of celebrities that are hanging out here at this podium. We'll come out front. Let's hear it for our second place finisher, Brody Bouwmeester. Don't be shy. Come on up. Look, they've got a board. They want you to thank your sponsors. We're going to talk about the race, though. How did it go for you?
Pretty good. Start was pretty good. I wanted to get a whole shot, wanted all of these races. Just wasn't going my way. But, yeah, I was getting a little bit tired, coming like second to last lap, let off, but ended up getting past, and yeah.
Hey, you still get to take home a silver, and there's more motos. You never know. Who do you want to thank? I know you got a list.
Baumister Electric, Mom and Dad, Pro Taper, FXR, Roost, Power Band, Guts, and Nitro Lubricants.
Brody Bouwmeester taking second place. Good job, Brody. Hold that medal out there. It looks good in the photos that way. There you go. And we'll look for third place. We have a whole shot award to hand out as well. Third place in this 250C. Meanwhile, the track getting the full groom because we're back to the second day of 50cc action coming up after this. Bronze medalist, it doesn't even fit on our screen. So Brandon, tell me the last name. Hinterberger. Okay, we got it. So many letters, we couldn't even fit it. Come on over to the center. Let's hear it for Brandon Hinterberger, finishing in third. How'd it go?
Pretty rough.
Really?
I fell once.
Is it the track? Is it the heat? Is it the competition? What do you think?
Pretty much all.
When you go home from here, you can say you left it all on the racetrack, right?
Yeah.
Who do you want to thank?
My grand, my pap, PR2, Franchi for going up to the gate with me. That's pretty much it.
All right, let's hear it for our third place finisher. That's Hinterberger taking that third place spot and the bronze